Terez, Juice, Paylor with Armen and Levack on 104.5 The Team. Terez of the KC Star. That juice, baby. I know about the juice, man. That's the word.
I'm in on it. I appreciate the recognition of it.
Let's do it then. At Terez Paylor on Twitter. All right, Juice, let's get going. Tonight, Thursday Night Football, Broncos at Chiefs, 8:25 on CBS. But last week, the way the Chiefs beat the Texans 27-20, were you surprised at how well they played?
Not surprised. I didn't think it would be as thorough as far as I didn't think they'd outplay him as thoroughly as they did in the first half, though. I mean, the Chiefs couldn't even get their running game going, and they were just moving the ball at will. The defense was outstanding against Hoyer and those guys. They did what they were supposed to do, man. And that game wasn't as close as the final score indicated either. It was a really impressive overall performance. And it was actually pretty encouraging, I imagine, if you're a Chiefs fan, to see the Chiefs move the ball the way they did without being able to run it. That goes to show what Andy Reid offense can do when he's got the cupboard full at the skill positions.
I guess the biggest question for me, and I grew up a Raiders fan, so I watch the West a lot. When are we ever going to see a wide receiver catch a touchdown for the Kansas City Chiefs?
It's crazy. It doesn't even matter. Look, man, as long as they're scoring touchdowns, man, they're good. It's going to happen this year. Jeremy Macklin's too good. Macklin is too good. That's going to happen here at some point. It wouldn't be surprised to see him dial up something for Macklin tonight so they can finally get that streak over with in prime time. So everybody can see it. We can ask about it after tonight, and then that'll be that. That'd actually be pretty poetic.
Broncos at Chiefs, 8:25 tonight, Thursday Night Football. Battle in the AFC West. Terez, Paylor with Armen and Levack on 104.5, the team of the Kansas City Star. So all of the talk about Peyton Manning and his arm, how much has that been the conversation in Kansas City this week? Is Peyton still Peyton?
Oh, that's a big part of it, man, because Peyton is a real cool 13-1 against the Chiefs, man. So in his career, he owns them. He's owned them, and they smell blood. People here smell blood because it looks like he's having a hard time being accurate on throws more than 10 yards downfield. And against this defense, he's gonna have to do that. These guys are pretty good up front, and the corners are young, but they're talented. So that's definitely been a big thing here. Is Peyton Manning has ruined their seasons a few times here, and he's been difficult to beat as a Bronco as well.
You brought up that defense, Eric Berry. How much has his return meant to this team?
It's really inspiring, man. Eric Berry, to think about that, I mean, golly, man, 10 months ago, this guy was diagnosed with lymphoma, a highly treatable form of it. But, you're a finely conditioned athlete in your athletic prime. You don't expect to get that, Here this guy is. He came back. He beat it. He fast-tracked the chemo, which was by porting it into his arm, which is more painful. Because that's how bad this guy wanted to get back to play football. That's an inspiring thing. And the amount of respect he has from his teammates is immense because, not everybody would have done that. He was diagnosed with this late last November and is already back on the field. A lot of guys miss a year. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Terez, Paylor with Armen and Levack of the KC Star on 104.5, the team. You're home for New York sports. Tonight's Broncos-Chiefs matchup on Thursday Night Football. CBS, 8:25 is the kickoff. What are you looking for? What is the key matchup in this game for you, Terez?
Yeah, I think it's going to be one on the edges, man. It's going to be one on the edges on both sides of the ball. Can the Chiefs find a way to negate DeMarcus Ware, who still got plenty of juice, by the way? He looked awesome last week. And Von Miller, we know who he is. And then, can the Broncos block Tamba Hali and Justin Houston with their tackles? And, Denver's weak on the edge on the offensive line. They miss Ryan Clady. So this game is won by pass rushers in today's NFL, man. And, both teams have great sets of them. Which one's going to be better? It could decide the game.
Now, when you talk about deciding a game, could this game decide the West? Is this the year the Kansas City Chiefs win the AFC West?
No, fans here certainly hope so. It might be, my man. It might be. I don't know if they can't beat Manning this year with a new coaching staff, and that continuity matters in football. Now they got a new staff and a new scheme, kind of. This is the third year for the Chiefs guys. This is the third year for Andy Reid. It's beat them tonight. In this environment, it's a night game. It's prime time. Barry's first game back as a Chief in the regular season. Derek Johnson's probably going to set the team all-time tackle record tonight. It's going to be crazy out here, man. They can't win tonight, man. I don't know when it's going to happen against the Broncos.
Terez Paylor, KC Star with Armen And Levack. Twitter, @Terez Paylor. Check him out. Juice, thanks for your time. Have a good time tonight, man.
Appreciate it, fellas. Have a good one.